What's up, y'all? We back at it. We just got Bleach 1000-Year Blood War episode 38, titled Friend. Man, this was an episode that hit deep. Now, a lot of people, felt kind of, 50-50 on how this battle was in the manga. But for me, I loved it in the manga, and I loved the episode even more. In case you want to go to the manga for reference, it takes place on chapter 630 to 635, just in case you want to read it and see any differences between the anime and the manga. But for me, man, Baz, I always thought he was a dope character, man. The burning finger thing, it just always made me think of the Gundam series where the guy, I think it was called G Gundam, and he had shining fingers, but eventually he got a new suit and it got labeled as burning fingers. So that's what I always thought of. And then when he used the attack, I was like, oh shit, he doing G Gundam. So, you know what I'm saying? I always rock with Baz for doing the burning finger. But man, his backstory and everything he went through with Jugo, damn, man. Like, in the end, I felt sorry for your boy Baz, man. Like, him saying, like, in the manga, it's a difference, though. At the end, when he's defeated, he falls to the ground and he was like, yo, I thought losing to you would sting a little bit more. In the anime, he didn't say that line. He just said, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I thought, he just said, I never thought I would lose to you, or something along those lines. It's not the exact line that he says in in the manga. But man, just how your boy Jugo had a bad upcoming. You see that he was staying with his uncle. We don't know what happened to his parents. His uncle obviously was hurting him growing up. And you see that your boy Baz was like, yo, after today, you're my underling. We'll work together. We'll be on teams. I'll train you. I'll make you strong. You see that Baz was kind of like a genius. He was already able to shoot Quincy arrows as a kid. And you had it where Jugo, he couldn't do it. He felt sorry for himself. And then you have it eventually where, Yuba comes to your boy Baz's hometown, similar to like some Thanos type of stuff. And he wipes out everyone who stays in there. Baz managed to survive, but that's when he ends up, teaming up with Jugo. And he's like, yo, we're going to train, we're going to get stronger, and we're going to go after Yuba and take him down somehow. And you have it where, you got these guys pretty much searching for warriors to make the Sternrinners. What we seen in the series. You got it where Yuba asked them to search for these guys. You got it where your boy Baz was thinking to himself, like, I don't know about Jugo, man. Like, it's been 3 years. He hasn't showed any Quincy talent. All he does is, try to train his body. And he's like, I noticed that he's been training his body to make up for his lack of effort in using Quincy abilities. And he said that right there made me want to stay with him. So your boy Baz was going to leave him at some point. But you have this moment right here that's even sadder where you got it where these guys are trying to recruit people from, Yuba's group. And you have it where Baz is like, yo, well, face me. Fight me. And then I'll show you that I'm worthy of being part of the group, because his whole thing is he want to get close to Yuba and then like kill him. And we all know how that would how that plan would go if he actually tried to do it. But you have it where Yuba actually comes to the scene, and that's when you have your boy Baz as well as all the villagers in this city. They all drop to their knees. They're unable to move. But no one happened to notice that your boy Jugo is standing here fine while everyone is falling to their knees, being folded by the spiritual pressure, which I love that scene. I love any scene in Bleach where a spiritual pressure makes an opponent fall. I always think it's dope as hell. My favorite would be the head captain when he was facing off against Sensui and the other guy. And Sensui had what's his name, Nana, or no, I can't think of her name, but he had his lieutenant with him. And it was a moment where she was about to aid in the battle, and Sensui was like, nah, don't do it. Then he looks back and you see her like looking at the head captain, and she just see the image of the head captain, and she's just like, yo, he's just this enormous force. And you have it where the head captain tells her like, yo, I don't have time to deal with kids who don't even know how to breathe. And then you have it where Sensui grabs her and takes her away from the location. And yo, she was so overwhelmed by his spiritual pressure that she forgot to breathe. That's insane. So that's probably my favorite moment, but I just love any moment in the Bleach series when they do it. But you got it where Jugo, he's standing tall. You have it where Yubaba tells him like, yo, you're my other half. You're gonna come join me. You have it where Jugo says like, yo, you probably deserve to take baths with you instead of me, because he's a genius. And it turns out that Jugo has the ability very similar to Yubaba, where he's able to give his energy to other people to make them stronger. And it wasn't that Baz was getting stronger on his own. It was the power and ability of Jugo was feeding him and making him become stronger much faster. So I like that turn of events, but just man. Then you have it where your boy Jugo looks at him like, yo, why aren't you happy for me? He looks at Baz like, why aren't you happy? And that's because Jugo's kind of still in his dream. He's being accepted by the person he wanted to be accepted by in order to take his life. And then you just have this part where they're fighting one another. You get the flashback where every time Baz tried to face off against Jugo, he turns him down. He never acknowledges him and never tries to fight him in battle. And then you have it at the end where he actually fights him for the first time. And man, he slashes your boy Jugo arm off. The arm goes crazy from the heat it was emitting, just going around tearing up the area. You got Bass over here screaming, blood everywhere. He's walking closer. Oh my gosh, man, he's walking closer to Jugo. Then you're just getting the flashbacks from their childhood. Like this was brutal, man. This was a brutal episode. I loved it though, but it was really brutal, man. Oh man, then you just have the end where he's walking towards he's walking towards Jugo, and man, he grabs him by the coat, like this shit right here. It hit, man. I'm sorry. There's no way you watch this episode and you ain't feel it. Just the fact that he looks at him, he's like, yo, you win. And I wonder if it's more so like Jugo knew from the very beginning that he could always beat him, and he just didn't want to embarrass his friend. And so that's why he never fought him. I'm really curious about that. I'm really curious. But yo, it just... He tells him, Jugo, you win. See all the blood leaking from him? Things never seem to work out the way I expected. Yo. Oh my gosh, man. What a moment, man. Then you just got Jugo showing no emotion, walking away. No emotion. I wonder, I need to go back and read the chapter. I'm curious how he really feels about this moment. I'm really curious. But then you just see the eyes of Bass close, and he meets his end. And he just had a flashback voice playing in the background saying like what what Bass' first words was to Jugo, like, let's become the strongest Quincy's ever. And it did happen. They were two of the strongest Quincy's ever. Jugo being a lot stronger, but you get what I'm saying. But let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below, man. And I'll catch you in the next one, yo. Damn, this shit hit hard, yo. Peace.